Welcome back to TYT Sports. Jason Rubin, Francis Maxwell here with you once again on your Friday on PLUTO TV. If you want to check out more of the TYT Network, you can watch tons of TYT Network shows, including TYT Sports, politics, pop culture, movies, TV shows, reviews, all that good stuff. But speaking of pop culture, Francis, we have a crossover. Nikki Minaj, LeBron James, and Draymond Green all have something in common. Do you know what it is?
Their anaconda don't want none.
What a song lyric. Well, the triangle here is that Draymond is tired of Nikki Minaj only rapping about LeBron James. Now, look, LeBron's at the topic of a lot of hip hop raps and verses. I will not rap for this one. If Jacory would like to chime in, he usually is the one who takes that challenge for me. However, Draymond's onto something. He was talking about this on his podcast, Dre Day, and he had to do with this quote in which he says the following. Is Nicki Minaj going to mention Bron in every song? Every song she's released since June 2016, there's something about LeBron in it. I mean, damn. Like, LeBron is great, but Jesus Christ, at some point it just becomes too repetitive. Jesus Christ, you can't mention Bron in every song you do. Can you mention Jesus Christ twice in a quote, though, Francis?
He can't.
You can't.
There's something you have to take into consideration here. You got to think about what linguistically flows off the tongue. LeBron is easy to rhyme with if you're going to put something on. LeBron, John,
Marathon.
Thong. And Draymond falls into that category, so he maybe should be getting a lyric in there somewhere. I'm pretty sure someone did reference Draymond Green in a song before.
His last name is Green.
Exactly, it's so
Green
easy.
Like money, Green like. I mean, they rap about these.
But I mean, if you're gonna feel bad for someone, what about like Chauncey Billups?
Hey, Mr. Big Shot. I'm pretty sure he is in a Mos Def song.
But I mean, is he really? But it's hard to like. I'm just talking about it from name point. Like Chauncey doesn't really rhyme with a lot of things, you know. Like, what about Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah.
I don't see him getting any mention in any songs.
It's a good point. It's a good point. I want to see Nicki Minaj, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic,
Kristaps Porzingis.
I want all three to be rapped. It's a call to action for Nicki Minaj. But as for the lyrics themselves, well, look, I mean, first of all, one of which has to do with the diss track, and I'll save myself for this one. We'll get to that at the end. Can we go to the lyrics? On No Frauds, they say numbers don't matter, but when they discuss in the Kings, they turn around and say LeBron ain't got 6 rings. On Don't Hurt Me, I don't know any of these songs except the last one. Even if you was Curry, bitch, there's still a LeBron, but let's face it, I'm Curry with rings like LeBron, added my rings up. That's Mike Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan got a mention. Every baller trying to score, check them shot clocks, but I hit him with them Bron Iguodala.
Oh, blocks, I remember that one. Yeah, I like that.
It's a good one. I think we looked good. So here's the, why do I want to talk
Credit
about
to the person who wrote them.
That's very funny. That's very, very funny, actually. It's not that I have like a hot take about Nicki Minaj and her lyrics and stuff like that. It's just like in music, when there's like these self-proclaimed kings and queens of rap, there's not really a way to quantify it, right? Like in sports, rings, points scored all time, touchdowns thrown all time. Like you could be like Tom Brady's the king, right? LeBron is the king. And Michael Jordan is the GOAT, right? They have like ways to quantify that. Nicki Minaj is the self-proclaimed queen of rap. I like Eve more than I like Nicki Minaj.
I think that's absurd.
Is it? Like I don't know.
Like
just my opinion.
But how many years?
My opinion, man.
But I think the reason I say it's absurd is because
I'm not saying she's the queen.
She was needed to bring, like, I would say, female rap back to the forefront. When was the last time, like, from Missy Elliott, Eve, Lil Kim?
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, of course, but they were distant, Jason, for like 6, 7 years.
Missy Elliott returned with an amazing music
She returned
video.
like 7 or 8 times. Yeah, I'm talking about consistency, like bringing female rap to the forefront again. I don't necessarily think Nicki Minaj is a fantastic lyricist or is groundbreaking, but she did something very similar to what Drake did, is that she makes her abilities more commercial and they transcend over just that genre. Like Nicki Minaj has got the ability to collaborate with Justin Bieber and her songs have got a more pop feel to it, but you can't deny that she wasn't able to kind of move that genre back up to the forefront. Yeah, like she calls herself queen of rap. there's an argument to made that she sings just as much as she raps, and I would agree with that. And she's a good singer as well. I don't think that should take away from the other thing. Drake's a very good singer. Doesn't take away from the fact that he's good, that his songs have good lyrics and he's good at rapping, and to a certain extent.
He's found a very creative way to sing that has been extremely beneficial to hip hop. I don't think, objectively speaking,
he holds a note.
He is Celine Dion.
No, well, who is though?
Who is?
So yeah, that's my hot take on it. Like, maybe there's someone. Who's the girl that she's?
How much do you love Nicki Minaj?
I like some of her songs. Remy Ma's who she's beefing with, right? Remy Ma probably better rapper than Nicki Minaj, but how many Remy Ma songs can you rhyme off the top of your lip?
I don't know any of them. Jacory looks angry at me or just upset with me about something. Like, am I missing something about Nicki Minaj or Remy Ma? Like, am I off base here? Where do I stand?
Not you, Francis. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is a super talented lyricist. Her more radio stuff doesn't broadcast that as much because that's not what like pays the bills, unfortunately. But that's how she kind of got into the original scene, was being like just a super talented raw lyricist.
Had nothing to do with it,
the Barbie image came afterwards. Like she was just kind of like this raw, gritty street rhymer at first, and she was kind of like super influential and kind of like not shaming women and letting women come into their own in like the new kind of like wave of, not like feminism per se, but like in the new century. Like there was Remy Ma back in the day and Foxy Brown and Lil Kim that were like kind of had the same thing going on of like sexual liberation, but Nicki Minaj brought it to the forefront again in like the 2000s. That was like really influential, like a huge part of kind of her trajectory, excuse me. But yeah, I thought really like important to say she's like a huge part of hip hop.